behind it. Scientists whose relentless daily work drives the breakthroughs and the insights so powerful that they can change the entire world.
Yeah, I'm already feeling a little bit smarter.
Right?
Just by being with you guys. Thank you.
The Interchange Awards were established by the Danish Ministry for Higher Education and Science, and tonight also marks the inauguration of the two awards, and we are thrilled to announce that we have the Minister here with us. Please welcome her on stage, Minister for Higher Education and Science, Christina Egelund.
Prize winners, dear guests. We meet at a moment when the world is more turbulent than it has been in decades. Geopolitical tensions are reshaping alliances. Technology is increasingly intertwined with security, and our global order is being put to the test. There's a war on European soil, and our autonomy, democracies, and values are being challenged. In these times, strength is not only measured in military or eco spotlight on Europe's finest scientists. Many people think of research and science as something that happens quietly in the background, hidden away in laboratories, behind university walls, or in footnotes that few people ever really read. But I believe wholeheartedly that research deserves the spotlight, and that researchers deserve to be revered and admired like the rock stars that they really are, that you are. Especially in a world that is often too quick to celebrate spectacle over substance. When reality stars and social media influencers are often given more attention than scientific breakthroughs, we need to be very clear about what truly matters. When our societies are under pressure, we do not turn to trends or noise, we turn to science. And that is why we're here tonight, to honor scientists, not as distant experts, but as the people who turn uncertainty into understanding and complexity into insight. You are the ones asking all the difficult questions. You insist on evidence, and you remind us that progress is built on curiosity, integrity, and academic freedom. The challenges we face today as open democratic societies cannot be.
Good evening, everyone. It's a real pleasure to be here tonight and celebrate with you the inaugural Interchange Awards. Tonight, we are honoring and recognizing scientists for their groundbreaking contributions to our understanding of nature and to the potential of their discoveries to change our society for the better. But more than that, we are also recognizing the importance of science. Science that leads to discoveries, and discoveries that lead to change. Change that improves our lives, our communities, and the world we live in. Not always immediately, but at some point down the road. And finally, we're spotlighting the scientists, the people who spend their days in laboratories, observatories, and out in the field, collecting and analyzing data and trying to find patterns that illuminate some fundamental aspect of nature. We have a long history of scientists in Denmark who have all uncovered some fundamental aspect of nature and who we can all be extremely proud of. From Tycho Brahe, who discovered supernovas and who observed the movements of the planets with unprecedented accuracy. Observations so precise that Johannes Kepler was able to deduce the laws of planetary motion, laws that I was still bound to 400 years later when I flew in space. To Ulrich Römer, who discovered that the speed of light was finite, and H.C. Ørsted, who discovered a curious phenomenon called electromagnetism, for which he had no practical use, but which 200 years later is a basis for our modern electrified society. To Niels Bohr and his discovery of the structure of the atom, which led to the foundations of quantum mechanics. and to Inge Lehmann, who discovered the solid inner core of the Earth from seismic measurements. Without spoiling anything, I can say that tonight's winners of the Interchange Awards have built upon the work of some of these scientists that I have just named. In the same way that all my 3 children know the names of Ronaldo and Messi, I hope they too will know the names of the Danish scientists I just mentioned and the names of tonight's winners. Because role models are important. They expand the realm of possibilities that we can imagine for ourselves in the future. As a Danish kid dreaming of becoming an astronaut, I was often told that my dream was impossible because there had never been a Danish astronaut before. Hopefully, I have shown that it's possible to become an astronaut even if you're a kid from Denmark. And hopefully, tonight's Interchange Awards will show kids and young people the value that we, as a society, I hope that young people will understand that science is one of the best ways to affect change, to improve our societies, and to shape our common future for the better. We face many challenges, some that might even seem unsurmountable, but we should not despair. Instead, we should aim to become scientists and to help make the change that we want to see in the future. I'm often asked, what is the purpose of space exploration? One of the best answers is that space exploration is about creating the future that we want. Whether it's communication satellites that enable secure global communications, or navigation satellites that allow us to get from one point to another in the most efficient manner possible, or Earth observation satellites that allow us to monitor our climate, predict the weather, respond to natural and man-made disasters, to minimize the impact of agriculture through precision farming, and to plan future cities to minimize climate impacts. Space is key to understanding the world we live in and to change it for the better. When I first arrived at the International Space Station, I was struck at its immense size. Sitting inside my small Soyuz capsule, on approach to docking, I looked out the windows and saw the giant solar arrays stretching out into space next to me. At nearly 100 meters long, the International Space Station is a ship sailing around the world every 90 minutes of every day for the past 25 years. For nearly 7 months, it was my home. Every day, my crewmates and I would get up and perform science on behalf of scientists around the world. In the cold atom laboratory, we cooled atoms to near absolute zero in microgravity, creating a fifth state of matter called Bose-Einstein condensates that allow us to study fundamental physics, gravity, and quantum phenomena. In the biofabrication facility, we 3D printed human tissues using living cells, proteins, and nutrients as raw materials. Closer. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Andreas Mogensen. Can we go off script for 1 second? Because I actually have a private question I want to ask you. Is that okay? I'm so sorry. It'll only take a minute. I'm doing a Hollywood film next year, and it's called ISS, and it's a no-budget film, so we have to do our own gravity, like zero gravity. Can you give me a couple tips?
Well, the best thing is to go into zero gravity, because otherwise you're going to have to start pretending to float like this. And I don't know, maybe you're a much better actor than me.
Is this good? Now I'm looking at that's Earth.
But you just can't make it look too good, because then people will believe I was hanging from wires in a soundstage somewhere for 6 months.
I will promise you I'll do the worst acting you'll ever see, which I do excellently. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Andreas Mogensen. That kind of gave it away. From fine science to fine arts. Bremer McCoy, ladies and gentlemen.
out not just one, but 2 awards. And the first one is the Into Innovation Award. The Into Innovation Award celebrates bold Danish innovators who transform knowledge into startups or scale-ups with real societal impact, advancing solutions to major challenges through curiosity, courage, and collaboration. The prize is awarded with a generous contribution from the Innovation Fund Denmark.
The Into Innovation Award has been chosen from a field of tremendously qualified nominees. And when I say tremendously, it's not that Donald Trump tremendously. It's a real tremendously. All of them prime examples of how excellent Danish research can open new paths of innovation. The shortlisted projects gave the jury a hard time to select the winner. But one project stood out, making Europe a global frontrunner in quantum technology.
There are new generations of computers, we call them quantum computers, that are fundamentally different. I think of them as new paradigms that can solve problems that the computers of today will never be able to solve. My name is Peter Lodell. I'm professor at the Niels Bohr Institute, but I'm also the founder and operating as Chief Quantum Officer in Sparrow Quantum. Sparrow Quantum is a company that commercializes photonic chip technology. Building on years of fundamental research, we today have a product that is the best photon chip technology in the world. Quantum physics theory was developed actually here in Copenhagen 100 years ago by Niels Bohr. So you can say it took us 100 years essentially to get to the situation where you can do experiments on single quantum systems, and you can even build technology based on that. The single photon chip comes out of deep fundamental research about how can I control light emission. In the quantum world, we are really interested in the fundamental constituents of light and matter. Matter consists of atoms, light consists of photons, and that's what we use for quantum technology today. I've been interested in doing experiments on single atoms with single photons and how to control these fundamental processes. There are classes of problems where quantum computers could really make a huge difference. That's in particular in developing new materials, so energy.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, tonight we celebrate something remarkable, the rare power that emerges when curiosity, courage and scientific depth comes together to create innovation with the potential to shape and change the world around us. The Into Innovation Award honors those who do not just ask the big questions, but who also insist on pursuing the answers. Innovation Fund Denmark's prize committee, which composed of the chairs of our various expert panels together with the board, had the privilege of considering an outstanding group of candidates for this year's award, each representing distinct essential parts of knowledge-based innovation. Among them, one nominee has made a particular compelling contribution that reflects the very spirit of this award. This year's award recipient has decided his career to one of physics' most fundamental challenges. How can light and matter learn to communicate, and how can that communication be used to create a new generation of technologies? Though this field may seem somewhat abstract to some of us, me at least, it holds the key to some of the most transformative technological possibilities ahead of us. The discoveries he made did not remain in the laboratory. They grew to a company, into a product, and into a quantum chip that has become a powerful new contribution to Denmark's already strong position in the global quantum map. It is exactly this combination, groundbreaking science and the courage to build a bridge to business, that is so essential for innovation. It is therefore a great honor for me to present this year's award to a researcher, an innovator, and a role model for the next generation of science-based entrepreneurs. The 2025 Into Innovation Award goes to Professor Peter Lodal. Will you please join the stage?
What an honor. Thank you.
Before we go ahead and celebrate you too much, we are in Denmark. Can I see the chip?
I have to have one here, so I'll find it.
Just happen to.
Yeah.
This is the chip.
This is the chip.
This is the one.
Yeah.
This is what all the fuss is about. This little one.
Make a quick deal.
I'm gonna give it back to you, and I'm gonna say I'm so sorry. I had no idea.
Peter,
Yours later.
what it's also worth on a more serious note, of course, is decades and decades of dedicated work and research on your behalf, and with all the ups and downs that go with your field. Are there some highlights that you want to point to where you really had to pitch your arm and say, did that happen?
Yes, absolutely. So I think I will take you back to, really early days when, dark basement in the Netherlands, where I was a young researcher, as young that I could do stuff myself. I could actually run experiments myself. My students cannot imagine that it was ever possible that I could do that. So we were measuring the first experiments where we were putting atoms inside photonic nanostructure. And it's really nerdy, but it was really free curves. And the free curves showed that we could control emission of light with these nanostructures for the very first time. That was really one of these moments where it was, okay, it actually works.
Is this true?
Is this true? And I would say feed forward to a few months ago, where today in Sparrow Quantum, 50 amazing, hard-working technologists built the first full rack-mounted system where this chip was sitting inside a cryostat cooled down to 4 Kelvin, and they assembled it, shipped it off, and installed it in the UK, where it's actually empowering a quantum computer. That was one of the moments where you
So like a plug and play. So all the way from basic research to the plug and play.
Yes.
Amazing. So
I'm surprised how many things had started in a basement in Amsterdam.
Yes.
I'm like, damn, you and me, Peter.
It was an Enschede, but that's a detail.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. Well, I can recommend Amsterdam.
Peter, I know it's important that we mention that. Now, you stand here and you are the recipient of this prize, but you share this award with a number of people. Who are the important ones to mention?
No, this is a very important thing. There's nothing like this lonely researcher that has accomplished what we are celebrating.
Even in the
here.
basement?
No, not it's really a long-term effort by many, many talented people that have been led to where we are today. The Niels Bohr Institute, where we have been growing that research activity, an amazing number of talented researchers, PhDs and postdocs that have worked hard on this topic over the years, until today, where there are these amazing teams of engineers in Sparrow Quantum that is actually commercializing this. So it's really, hundreds of people that have contributed to building up where we are today. Lots of funding, of course, also patient funding, from research to revenue, forskning to faktura, 20 years of fundamental, hardcore research. And for many years, people were saying, Peter, what is it you're doing? Oh, something with photons. Okay, sure. No, somebody has to do that, right? Somebody has to carry out the garbage and somebody has to control the photons. Sure. Until
I'll do
today,
garbage.
Richard.
And I can do coffee.
yes.
Peter, we did hear in the movie presenting your work that there are a number of, the real wicked problems of the world that
Yes.
these types of computers could be the solution to.
Yes.
But are there any one of these problems that you dream to take part in finding a solution to?
Yes, I would say maybe a nerdy answer. Forgive me if I'm appear nerdy, but I'm a really,
If you want to be a nerd, this is the room.
I would say I'm a real technologist, so I'm really excited about building these machines. Wouldn't it be absolutely amazing if the Sparrow chip, I'll tell you one, Pilou, would sit inside the advanced quantum computers of the future. I'm really excited about that journey and really building the technology. Can we build these machines sufficiently large that they are going to crack real-world problems? And will our technology be inside? I think it will. But
Peter, if there's one person that can manage to do that, it's you.
Sure, thank you.
I without a doubt, you're going to solve that problem.
Yeah.
If I want to buy stocks
Yes.
in your company,
Yeah.
how do we...
See how deep pockets do you have? It's
Not that deep.
sure, anytime.
No, Peter, but a huge congratulations with
Thank
the
you.
award, and
Thank you very much.
we're so thrilled. Thank you. But there's a reason why we're keeping you on stage, and that is because we have a small surprise for you. So if you come follow us, we're going to roll the video.
Congratulations! We are Peter's colleagues at the Niels Bohr Institute.
It has been great, really, to share this journey with you from science to innovation.
It's amazing to see what you have done with the company, from something small to something big and amazing.
You have been a great colleague and a great mentor throughout these years, so very well deserved.
Hi Peter, congratulations. Today we are colleagues at the Bohr Institute, but I still remember you as a student back in Aarhus many years ago. You also had a motivation that I clearly see reflected in the way you run your research group and the integrity and also the decency to other people that make people work together with you, also in your company. Good luck with that in the future.
Congratulations, Peter! On behalf of the whole technical team, it's a privilege to work with you and your outstanding brain towards some very real and big innovation.
We are so happy to have you on board in Sparrow. With your knowledge and expertise, we will make Sparrow one of the most valuable quantum companies in the world.
Dear Peter, on behalf of everyone here at Danish Industry, a big congratulations for receiving the Into Innovation Award. You demonstrate the technologies of the future can be developed into something very special here in Denmark. Thank you for giving us that example. Thank you for pushing the limits on technology. And a big congratulations from DI.
Hi Peter, congratulations on the award. It's super well deserved. Because you've done exactly what we need many more Danes and many more Europeans to do. You've taken something that you have developed and looked at inside academia and turned that into a real company. I wish you all the best and please spend the money on further developing your scale-up.
Danish Dance Theatre. Danish Dance Theatre is Denmark's national company for contemporary dance. And here tonight, they will perform a piece of their show, Bloody Moon.
it's not just any friend, it's a very good friend. And it's a rock, and I would like to introduce this friend to you, and I'm afraid, Your Majesty, you already met it when it was at home in Greenland. But anyway, so this is a rock, and I'm a geologist, and I think that that's a perfect match. But I think I can assume that some of you have taken a high school science class, and you have been taught that you start the scientific process by forming a hypothesis. And after a while, you then make some experiment, and then you see if the experiments contradict your hypothesis. If the experiments don't contradict your hypothesis is still valid. And they think that's how science works. But of course, science is a completely different thing. Science is to go out in the world and try to see what it's about, and explore it, and find out what it's all about. And I think geology, all other sciences, they always, when we do our research projects, they say we are going for a walk. And that's, of course, totally enough. Just with your eyes, don't need experiments, don't need quantum computers, anything. They'll start talk back to you, and they'll start telling you a story. So this rock I have here because I was walking across a field in Greenland, across a mountain, and this rock started talking to me and says, hey, I have a story to tell you. And again, it was from a small outcrop of rock, what we call an outcrop of rock formation, not much larger than your average polar bear walrus or something of that size. So a tiny little rock. But what's special about it was that it formed 3,800 million years ago. So this rock was, you see the surface here? That was the floor of the ocean, the world ocean, 3,800 million years. That's an awful long time, 3,800 million years. But what's more important is that this rock remembered what the ocean was like at that time. And it's just dying to tell you this story. So that's why I brought this rock home with me. And at that time, we knew for certain, because of people who go into space, which are, of course, not very trustworthy people, as we know. People go into space, some of them went to the moon, and they came back with samples from the moon and said, the craters of the moon tell us that there could not have been life on Earth earlier than 3.5 billion years ago. That's impossible. That's what the moon tells us. Okay, so I pick up this rock, and this rock has something else to tell me. Who should I trust? The rock starts telling me, and one thing I noticed about this rock, which was from the floor of the ocean, is that it's black. Actually, it's kind of coal black. And that's very strange, because why would a rock be black at that point in time when there's no life on Earth, and we know that the carbon that forms like coal black coal, just elemental carbon, that has something to do with living organisms. But you know, we could put that aside. But then if you start looking closer at it, and just again, without any particular instruments, just looking at this, you can start seeing that it actually is trying to tell us that there was life in the ocean. And when first you've got this story into your head, you have to, of course, go a little bit deeper, and then you have to employ isotopes and all kinds of expensive stuff. But it maintained its story, and it kept telling us that the early Earth had actually life on it. So I think what it also is telling us is, of course, that science is not about producing cures for cancer. It's also that. It's not about producing new products or new instruments that can do something fantastic for us. The most important part of science is that it helps us tell better stories. Science is basically, it is the element, the chemical element that is the foundation of all good stories is science and insight. So that would be my little contribution here, is to suggest that we forget about the whole idea of hypothesis and test and all that stuff, and we just go out, open our eyes, and let nature tell us what the world is about. That'll tell us how we should behave ourselves. It'll tell us everything that we need to know. So science is about curiosity, having an open mind, and not believe in stuff that you've been told until you have tested it yourself. So with that, I think I would encourage you all to go out, go for a walk, as they say, and find a rock and listen carefully, and it will tell you anything you need to know. So thank you very much.
Now that we're going to present the Interchange Award 2025. The Interchange Award honors outstanding European research groups whose work drives scientific breakthroughs, benefits society, and reflects core values like curiosity, collaboration, and openness. As the Minister mentioned earlier, the prize is awarded with generous contributions from the Carlsberg Foundation, the Novo Nordisk Foundation, and the Willem Foundation. The field of nominees for the Interchange Award is nothing short of impressive. The diversity, the originality of the shortlisted projects is one long testimony to the impressive state of European research.
The jury has been underneath the Antarctic ice sheets, inside the human spinal cord, walked with sheep for 40 years to understand the secrets of aging. That's a good one. But the winners of the Interchange Award 2025 is a group that has gazed further into the universe than most and discovered pure scientific gold.
We're interested in the origin of the elements because it is an origin story. My name is Neil Tamber. I'm currently the head of the Engrave collaboration, which is a very big collaboration of scientists. So we bring together all our various skills to try to solve this big problem of where the heavy elements originated in the universe.
Because these elements, these heavy elements, we use them every day. For example, silver, gold, platinum, lots of heavy elements are in our cell phones. We would like to know where they come from.
We realised that the one possibility was that they could arise in the collisions of what we call neutron stars.
Neutron stars are really extreme objects.
A neutron star is essentially something which has the mass of about 1.5 times the Sun, but in an area, in a volume which is comparable to, say, Copenhagen.
And so when these two neutron stars collide, they come together until they finally merge.
The explosion that the neutron stars create, it tells us the neutron stars are colliding, and it's also in that explosion that we think these heavy elements are being made. So for the first time in 2017, we got this message saying that a neutron star has been detected merging.
I stayed up all night to look at the spectrum because I knew this might be an interesting discovery.
And there we observed something that we never seen before.
In the days following that, it became very clear that that was the event. Essentially, every moment that it was visible, you were staring at it, more or less, to build up this incredible data set.
The first element that we fairly confidently found in the spectrum was an element called strontium.
And strontium is one of the lighter of the ARC process, or these neutron capture elements.
And the fact that strontium was being created in this explosion really gave us confidence that, yes, we have at last found a location where ARC process is happening.
So it was, I think, a fairly clear smoking gun of what we've been hoping for.
Hey, there is the formation of heavy elements.
I think the thing that I'm most proud of in Engrave is how the European community has come together. We all realised that these were quite rare events, precious events for science, precious events for the scientific community.
It gave me a feeling of fulfillment, of really having progressed in my science after so long time.
Working together with people that might have previously been competitors, but actually putting all our skills together and our expertise allows us to focus just on doing the very best science.
The Interchange Award will be presented by Her Majesty Queen Mary, Minister for Higher Education and Science, Christina Egelund, and Board Chair of the Independent Research Fund Denmark, Søren Seerslev. Please welcome them on stage.
Your Majesty, Minister, award winners, ladies and gentlemen, the Engrave Group represents a truly outstanding achievement in European science. Some people say that we in Europe struggle to coordinate even simple things. Yet today, we are celebrating a collaboration that successfully organized across 13 countries and multiple telescopes, both on Earth and in space, in order to observe a cosmic explosion more than 1 million light years away. So clearly, European scientists can collaborate and coordinate. Their discovery that neutron star mergers are the source of heavy elements in the universe has transformed our understanding of the cosmic origins of matter. It is a discovery so fundamental that it explains where our world and our bodies come from. But the Interchange Award is special. It's not for a unique genius scientist. It is for a group of genius scientists. That is special about the Interchange Award. So the N-grade group also receives this award because it embodies European science at its best when it collaborates. To pursue their ideas, the winners united existing European teams and coordinated telescope time. N-grade has created a partnership spanning institutions and countries built on openness, responsible teamwork, and mutual respect. Their collaborative approach has replaced competition with coordinated effort, enabling discoveries no single team could have achieved alone. So science is about taking a walk, but it is about taking a walk together. N-grade also stands out for its commitment to the next generation of researchers. Early career scientists are entrusted with real responsibility, serving on rotating all on-call teams and taking leadership roles within an operating model designed to nurture talent and strengthen scientific integrity. The work represents outstanding research quality, profound scientific insight, and deep commitment to large-scale pan-European collaboration and core research values. It is my honor to invite the winners of the Interchange Award 2025 to the stage. Please welcome the founding members, leaders of the N-grade collaboration, Professor Niall Tanvir, Professor Stephen Smart, Professor Gareth Watson, Professor Andrew Lehmann, Director of Research, Eleanor Jiang.
Thank you very much for a wonderful glimpse of your work and a huge congratulations on the prize. But let me get this straight. Are you telling me this gold ring is from outer space?
You tell me that's gold? Yeah?
My wife gave it to me, so I hope.
I'm sure it's gold. Absolutely, yeah. So that's our big breakthrough. You might think gold, we heard already tonight about the story of a rock that had been in the earth for billions of years. Of course, that gold has also been in the earth for billions of years, but the question that we asked was, where was it even before the earth formed? The atoms that make up that ring, they were drifting around at some point in space. The question we asked was, how did they come to be drifting around in space? And so we discovered this explosion, which had all the characteristics that told us, actually, yeah, it's being made here in this fiery furnace, in the most kind of extreme conditions that we know of in the universe.
You go home and thank her for that.
I will. I love science.
I want to ask, because as we heard, it's a quite complex group that you form. You're in 5 different countries, and your telescope that you rely on is in South America, and last time you made a significant observation was 8 years ago.
A telescope, at least, yes.
How do you make sure that you do not miss the next one?
So we have these on-call teams. We have hundreds of people in Engrave, actually, and it's really their hard work and their work that we lean on and that we rely on.
Like a phone chain?
So we have SMSs that we send out, alerts that we send to people. And so in practice, what we have is something where you have a universe-shaking collision of 2 neutron stars. you have this tremor that finds its way to the Earth over 130 million years, and then it wakes me up at 3 o'clock in the morning and says, get out of bed and go and do this. And of course, being me, I don't get out of bed because I don't hear my alarm, and my wife is like, turn your alarm off. It's really so. So then I have to roll out of bed and try and do it. And of course, there's already 4 people awake before me who are like, we've done most of the work, Darrell, you can go back to bed. But it's these young people who are on call, who get up. And of course, because the observatory is in Chile, you have to do it when it's night in Chile, which is always after midnight. So you're always woken up sometime between midnight and 6 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock in the morning, to go and try and do these observations immediately.
As usual, we owe the big things to the wife.
In my case, that's definitely true. I wanted to say, by the way, that Minik's talk is really touching to me. I almost cried. And yeah, because he's right. We go out, and it's exactly what we do. We go out, and we go and we look. And the only difference really is that our eyes are much bigger than Minik's eyes. So the eyes that we use are the size of this, significant size of the stage here that we use, because we're looking out into space rather than looking at the Earth. Yeah.
Thank you for pointing that out. It is very touching. With this award, there is a quite substantial prize of more than 1 million euros, and I guess that would be a pretty nice budget for champagne, or...
No, I'm Italian, so spumante, let's say.
Sorry. We are in Europe still. But I'm guessing that you do have other plans than spumante for it. What's going to happen?
Absolutely. So we want that all Engrave will benefit of this prize, and mainly the young researchers. So we want really that everyone can benefit of it, and that we reinforce our collaboration, and we want to be ready for the future. So we want to be ready for the next discoveries, not one, many discoveries. And we are thinking also to new instruments, and one of them will be big as this building, and twice high. That is the Extreme Large Telescope by HISO in Chile, that will reveal us the details of element production. And we want also to be ready to Einstein telescope, that is the new gravitational wave observatories that will observe in 2030. And will observe 10,000 of binary neutron stars per year.
Wow. Wow.
And so we need to be ready.
Go get it.
As we can hear, this is indeed a product of a joint effort and collaborations among European scientists. How do you see the strength of European research?
Yeah, so I think we in Europe, even though we're all of these separate countries, I think it's really remarkable that when we come together and put our minds and resources to lead these really fundamental fields, like in particle physics, certainly in ground-based astrophysics, as we have here, we really are able to work very well, actually better together than, some groups that are in the same country, not mentioning any names. And so somehow we managed to do it and, keep it going through many years. And the net result is that we've got absolutely world-leading, beating groups and facilities that we operate.
Thank you very much. Engraved, ladies and gentlemen. Divide you down the middle, and you three are going to follow me. We have a surprise that might not feel like a surprise, but we're going to call it a surprise. But look at the screen.
I had the privilege of nominating the Engraved team. Congratulations to the entire team. You really are the exemplar of being an outstanding European research group that has driven several scientific breakthroughs. Your collaboration genuinely reflects the values of curiosity, collaboration, and openness.
We are thrilled that the Engraved collaboration has received this wonderful prize. We are great admirers of all their work. They've really played an instrumental role in understanding the production of the elements.
To the entire collaboration, congratulations. This award is heavily deserved.
I study neutron star mergers in Kilinovi, and as such I've gotten to experience the excellent work of the Engraved collaboration and the specific recipients here today, not only in terms of their excellent data that they provided, but the mentoring and training that they provide for us younger academic researchers.
Hi Engrave, congratulations on the award. It's been great to follow you guys' work in detail because, as you know, I have a husband who cannot stop talking once he's excited about something, so I know quite a lot about what you guys have been doing, and I look forward to keep following you into the future because there's nothing like things that go boom.
That was pretty cool. But we got one more surprise for you guys. I think you'll be very excited about this one. Take a look.
Your Majesty, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, let me start by offering my heartfelt congratulations to all the nominees. The people and the projects you are celebrating at the Into Change Awards today showcase the very best of science. And they represent the very best of Europe. From new insights on the immune system to miraculous new devices to help people walk again, your work shows what we can do when our brightest minds work together. And the clearest example is the winner of the award for Outstanding European Research Project. ENGRAVE is a model of European collaboration and cross-border research. Its groundbreaking work not only helps to explain the mysterious origins of gold, platinum, and uranium, but it also shows the value of science to help frame our understanding of the world. Collaborative projects like those being celebrated today are the foundation of Europe's future society, economy, and technology. Our goal is to make Europe a global hub of scientific research and collaboration. And this is why we propose to double the funding for Horizon Europe in our next long-term budget. And this is why we launched the Choose Europe campaign to attract the world's leading scientists and researchers. Ladies and gentlemen, as the Danish scientist Niels Bohr said, we must always strive to make things better than they are. And that is why Europe has made its choice to put science and research at the heart of our economy and society. Because science is the key to our European future. So congratulations once again, and long live Europe.
Well done. Doubled the budget. Well done.
What a nice mood in here. What joy.
Yes.
We should celebrate more.
We should celebrate with
We
something.
should celebrate with some music.
I think that's a great idea.
Let's celebrate science. Let's celebrate Europe. Let's...
working so much for it to play for you tonight. What do you say, you ready for one more song? It's been a pleasure playing for you.
Thanks for watching Indiavision. Give us a thumbs up and please subscribe to our channel. All comments are welcome. Hope to see you soon.